I thought there was supposed to be 3.
Welcome back to the VHS Vault.
He said something very mean about me before he hit record.
I did.
I'm telling.
I'm VHS.
You know what? Your punishment is you have to watch this movie again.
Yeah, that's why I said the main thing, because you made me watch this movie, guys. We are talking about, we are back in the Hellboy franchise, right? After seeing Hellboy and then the magnificent Hellboy 2. I mean, I don't know about you. It's only going to go up and up, doesn't it? And here we are. I tell you what, controversial from the start, Hellboy reboot in 2019. Now, Judge, before we get into the film, do you remember this announcement?
I do, and I remember instantly being disappointed.
Yeah, I was like, for why? Why?
And I like David Harbor. I do. But whenever they said that they were taking Hellboy away from Guillermo del Toro and Ron Pearlman, I was upset. I was very upset, and I was disappointed. And so this movie already had that going against it, but I did resolve, you know what? It's going to be an R-rated reboot. Maybe it'll be good.
Well, you can do more things in R rating, can't you?
Yes, you can. It turns out that you can suck even harder with an R rating. And this is what this movie did. It sucked so bad. And I even went into this movie thinking, you know what, maybe I had some bias against it. Maybe I went and saw it in theaters and I was still mad because it wasn't Ron Pearlman and Guillermo del Toro's baby anymore. But no, this movie, if I had to come up with a word to describe this movie, it's desperate. This movie is so desperate to be edgy and R-rated and violent and gory that it comes off as even more than gratuitous. Every time a character yells the F word, you almost feel like it's like a toddler going, F word, and then looking at you and going...
You know, I have a whole YouTube show based upon that concept.
Yeah. It's a very good YouTube show, I should say.
Yes, you're very kind. No. Okay, David Harbor, right? We're getting David Harbor's Hellboy. So full, so fulfilled, right? Like, he's great. We love David Harbor. You take what is an unconventionally very good-looking man, and then you give him some of the really ugly makeup. So for me, that's a big thing straight away. Hellboy, you have to follow this character throughout the entire film, but he's hideous to look at unnecessarily. Like the design of Hellboy itself, the facial stuff, it's a really bad choice.
I just want to look at him and say, hey, Hellboy, why the long face?
Yes. Like, but you know what I mean? Like, the way they did Ron Pearlman is, and Ron Pearlman is another unconventionally very good-looking man. And they made that work with that makeup. And David Harbour's the same kind of thing. So the second thing is you get David Harbour and you suck all the charisma out of him.
Yeah.
Like, Hellboy is not funny in this film, dude. He's not entertaining.
As I said, he's just... The script writers are just so desperate to be edgy. And they do. They suck all the likability out of the character. I'm going to go back to makeup real quick. This is an unforgivably bad makeup job. Yeah. Unforgivably bad, because every expression the Ron Pearlman Hellboy was capable of expressing through the makeup. David Harbor, bless the guy. I am not blaming him one bit. He's a beautiful human being, I'm told, and he's fun in every other part he's been in. But this is what every expression that Hellboy makes in this movie looks like.
Yeah.
That's it. So I'm so sad.
Because of those prosthetics around here. They put so much prosthetics up here and here, he couldn't emote.
Yep.
Like when you see Ron Pearlman's version, Ron Pearlman could, roll his eyes and yet his whole face would appropriately do that.
David Harbor's teeth are also missing in every shot. He looks like this every time.
Yeah.
And they gave Ron Pearlman those big, huge, almost cartoonish teeth, but it worked. I mean, it looks like this looks like a Hellboy that has to put his steak in a blender before he can eat it.
Yeah.
It just doesn't work. And it's I know Hellboy's not supposed to be pretty, but I'm talking the makeup job is just ugly. It is an ugly makeup job. This is some of the poorest makeup I've ever seen in a major studio production. And I say that full well knowing that the Roger Corman Fantastic Four exists. This Hellboy is the worst makeup I have seen in a major Hollywood production. The worst. It restricts the actor's movement. It restricts their emotion. It just looks bad.
Hey, even the Roger Corman thing had teeth, dude.
Yes.
You know?
I'm Hellboy. Why are you laughing at me? Don't you see I'm Hellboy? Boy!
The other thing I have a massive issue is that they felt it was necessary to, in flashback, retell the origin. Which to me was like, why are we doing this again? Why are you...
Well, it fits the rest of the movie, though, because every time they run into somebody in this movie, you get an exposition dump. Every single time. You run into a woman, she's like, oh, hello, Hellboy. I'm the girl you used to know. Do you remember whenever I was 3 years old and we met each other back then and I could see the future? And hello, this is our new agent, Agent Daniel Day Kim, who is now British for some reason. Hello, Hellboy. One time whenever I was younger, I went into the jungle and I became a panther man. And I ordered a pizza. I hope you don't mind. Hello, I'm the pizza boy. Whenever I was 18 years old, I learned that I loved pizza. Every character's like that. Every single one. And it becomes almost a pattern. It's like, meet somebody, backstory. Meet somebody, backstory. Meet somebody, backstory. Meet somebody, backstory. You meet Baba Yaga, and it's like, hey, you want to hear my backstory? 80,000 years ago, I got ugly. I don't know.
Well, I tell you what, kudos to them, because how do you take a character like Baba Yaga and make her boring as everything?
Oh, my God.
Anything.
Hey, I've got an idea. Let's talk about missions. We don't go on them. Let's talk about missions. Every single one that sounds way more interesting than the thing that's actually happening. Every time they said, yes, it's like that time that we fought Santa Claus at the equator and there was the Tooth Fairy. And I'm like, why are we not seeing that? That sounds awesome. No,
that's
we're going to go fight Mila Jovovich because she's like ahead and I don't know.
Yeah. That's always the sign with a movie, isn't it? It's always the sign. When you have to explain rather than show, you know you got a problem. Yep. And you brought up Mila, who, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. You're rich. I don't know if I have to care too much, Mila. But how do you be an incredibly nuanced performer in the mid-90s and become, honestly, really bad at the art form of acting?
Resident Evil.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, you started so strong, Mila.
Yep. We just talked about your movie last week, The Fifth Element. You were awesome in it.
You're awesome in it. But yeah, she's a horrible villain, who is just one big ball of exposition, because that's what she does for this entire thing. Like it's a weird film because, like, I like the director Neil Marshall. He did one of my favorite horror films, The Descent. Everyone loves.
The Descent. That was another reason why this movie made me so angry.
Yeah,
because that was one of the reasons why I thought, oh, hey, I can give this movie a shot. The Descent, it's awesome. And I yar. That's how I saw the movie the first time, and I got the non-American ending. So everybody was complaining about the ending. I was all confused. I was like, why? The movie was awesome. It ended in a great way. I was like, how did you like that movie? How'd you like the ending? It was terrible. I didn't know that there was a different ending for an American audience.
You didn't know
so
that,
I was just like, cool. I'm going to see this movie by this guy who did this really awesome horror movie that has one scene. One scene in The Descent still makes me uncomfortable to watch.
We'll have to dig into it one day.
Yeah, we'll have to talk about The Descent someday. But I got really excited because of who was directing it, and it was still garbage, and I was so mad. You can tell I'm just still seething.
Either way, this film falls flat in every way because it does also attempt to try to Yeah, it's an effects heavy film.
Yeah.
So it's trying to pretend it's a big budget movie, but it doesn't have the money. Doesn't have the right people, because this movie, it's not even trying to be photorealistic. It just looks cheap.
In some cases, it works for it. I will admit that I hated the rock music that they played during it, but the giant fight, to me, is actually the best part of the movie, because it's fun. It is actually fun, even though, as I said, in every shot, Hellboy looks like this.
Well, I threw the remote at the TV when that song at the end, when they played "Kickstart My Heart" as like the closing montage as the team.
Yeah, no.
I am throwing my remote at television. I'm dry heaving, and then rocking back and forward in the corner of the lounge room, sobbing at that, because it's like it sums up the entire disaster of this film. You're right. The giant fight is a good fight, but man, I'm sure I beat that level in my PlayStation 2 game at some point. So,
well, like I said, it's the best part of the movie because it is a fun fight, but in any other movie, it would be the worst scene. Just because of the way it's composed and the music that they chose for it. It's not great. But I gotta give it kudos. That and the fact that the giants did not look photorealistic helped. Yeah. It helped. It worked.
Yeah. Okay. Why is Ian McShane in this film? Why they must have thrown the money at you, Ian, to do this, because you don't feel right for the film, Ian. I'm sorry. You don't feel right for the father. You're awesome in just about everything else you do, but you fell flat. That's question marks. Why'd you take the job? Why is Thomas Hayden Church in this film? In a weird, bizarre cameo in a flashback sequence to a character I've never heard of.
And an after-credit scene. He was in an after-credit scene.
Yes.
Yes. I don't know. I don't know. Ian McShane and Thomas Hayden Church were just... to me, they were distracting.
They're award-winning actors. That's what I'm trying to say. It's they don't need to take those jobs, surely. You know, what's this?
She just jumped in my lap and got into the baby pose.
Yeah, immediately.
Oh my
very
gosh.
funny. Look, this
pain in the butt.
This is a dud. This is
it's
like
it's
not the
not
Hellboy
great.
I liked. I never read the comic book, so I can't even come out of they're more. I don't know if they are or aren't. I don't care. All I know is this film by Lionsgate was a pile of crap. So that's the way I put it. I don't know how else to describe it.
When Thomas Hayden Church appears in your movie and delivers lines like he's making fun of it, because he was making fun of it. I'm Lobster Man. You want to see the claw, don't you? It almost sounded like he was channeling, what's his face? The guy who does Patrick Warburton. Sounded like he was channeling Patrick Warburton.
Trying to do the tick.
Yeah, they did this for paycheck. Sadly, the only one in this movie who honestly feels like they're trying is poor David Harbor. And he's trying so hard because you can tell he cared about this so much. And I feel like he was the only one who did. And I hate that for him. I hate that for him.
They stacked the deck against him. They
did. They did. They put him underneath all that makeup. They gave him dreadful dialogue. And you can tell they even 80-yard some dialogue in some cases, like some extra jokes. You could tell that they did that.
They tried.
And I feel bad for him because everybody calls it the David Harbor reboot, and he's the only one who cared.
Yeah, and he kind of stuck with that brand of it. Like, thankfully, he is amazing in other things. And thankfully, we
Red Guardian. He's an amazing Red Guardian. We are the Avengers with a Z. They call this. They can call this Heck Boy. He's not Hellboy. He's Heck Boy.
Andrew,
he's off-brand.
Can I just say, I think Red Guardian's choice to brand the team was a good one at the end of that film. Because how did they get money? Who was financing them? You know,
it was Elaine from Seinfeld. The government was. That was
That's
my.
Right. The taxpayers are paying for it. If he wants to go private, I'm with him all the way.
Yeah, that's fine.
Now, like a budget of $50 million. All right. So, of course, they have to go, they film little bits of it here, but mostly it's filmed in Bulgaria, which, by the way, my YouTube channel is totally banned from. Completely banned in Bulgaria. Just saying.
Hey, Bulgaria, buy VPN so you can watch this dude's show because it's a good show.
It's just, I don't know why Bulgarians have such a big problem with it. Who knows?
You should visit Bulgaria and see if you get arrested at the airport. Like, there he is, get him!
There he is, get him! I don't care what you think about the movie. It's a good movie.
You cannot. That is not Arnold Schwarzenegger. We know that he's not Arnold Schwarzenegger. You think Arnold's ever come across your show every once in a while? Goes, I don't remember doing that. When did I, Maria? When did I do this?
He wouldn't care at this point.
No, he's probably sitting at home just watching, going, look at the fat man talking to the fake me.
He'd probably like it because AI Arnold is way meaner than the real Arnold.
He's saying everything I've always wanted to.
Exactly.
I hope he doesn't say anything too racist. Don't say anything racist.
Well, I haven't yet, I don't think. Either way, $50 million. They film it in Bulgaria, which means you can get the dollar stretched, right? Because I'm sure it's worth a lot more. But it was also the stamp of failure. My exhibit A would be Ghost Rider and the Spirit of Vengeance. You knew that film was instantly in trouble because they filmed it in Bulgaria.
That movie's hilarious. I don't care what anybody says. That movie is one of the funniest things I've ever. Yeah, whenever
great Ghost Rider change in it.
The cutaway about, what happens when you pee? It's amazing, and then it's like a flamethrower. That made the movie worth it right there. Just that Family Guy cutaway.
That Ghost Rider effects, where it was sometimes like a little bit of flame and black smoke in that, I thought it looked cool. Anyway,
oh my God, we're gonna have to watch the Ghost Rider movies, aren't we?
Yeah, at some point. Well, I'm sure we're going to get to see a new Ghost Rider at some point. They'll be casting, they'll probably turn up in Secret Wars or whatever.
They had the perfect Ghost Rider in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., and nobody ever talks about him.
No, they don't talk about him as well. And I would...
That actor, what is that actor's name?
No, hang on. Oh, he was in Terminator as well. I was thinking he'd already been in MCU, but he was in Terminator.
I can't recall his name. He was also in The Last of Us.
Yeah,
which apparently is still going on. I don't know.
I don't know. I gave up like most people did with the games. Because the Last of Us Part 2 is not a good game anyway. Anyway.
I gave up the second that they killed Daddy. I'm sorry. I can't. Sorry. Everybody's like, Pedro Pascal's in everything because he should be. He should be.
I'm surprised he's not in this, to be honest with you.
I'm sure he's in the background waving somewhere.
There was a clip going around someone put up the other day and I want to see a Pedro movie. And they're at the cinema and then they're pointing to the Fantastic Four poster. Then they move on to this other romantic comedy he's in with Dakota Johnson. And then he moved into the other Eddington. And it's true. There's like 3 right now. You can go to the cinema and see Pedro in 3 films.
No matter which film came in first place, Pedro Pascal would be happy.
I'm happy.
Get the paycheck, yay!
Hey, we haven't even if we would one day speak about Fantastic Four: First Steps, I'll go into a whole thing about how he played Reed Richards and how much I loved it, how nuanced it was.
It was a great movie. I really enjoyed it. I love that scene where he's talking to Franklin and he says, I don't want you to be like me. There's something wrong with me. I'm watching that thinking, you have no idea how much this scene speaks to me.
Yeah.
Because I have actually said those words to my children. Like, I don't want you to be like me. There is something wrong with me.
No, it's a beautiful.
Everybody's watching at home going, we know.
Who would have said the summer of 2025, not only do we get 2 really great blockbuster superhero films, but they emotionally the film emotionally stays with you. Both those films for days afterwards.
Yes.
Take
a note, everybody at home. You can like both of them.
Oh, yes, of course. That's controversial, isn't it? You're not allowed to like just two things. You're only allowed to like
That's right.
one, apparently.
You can like more than one thing. You don't have to say, no, you can only like Superman, not Fantastic Four. You can like Fantastic Four, not Superman. You know what? I like both. Do something.
You can like them all. You can even like Hellboy 2, and maybe this reboot.
No, you can't. No, you can't. That's
Well,
impossible.
we'll just send them to therapy, and we'll just get them to watch it. But then they need to think about what they watched.
This movie is this. No, just no. I can't. I don't know. Maybe there's somebody out there who likes this movie. If you do, please leave a comment because I just want to know you exist.
And I'd also like to know why you think why that film speaks to you, because I don't know. I mean, like I said, I never read the comic
movies. There are lots of bad movies that I like. I mean, heck, I made you watch American Werewolf in Paris, knowing full well it's a bad movie that I enjoy.
Oh boy.
And there are more. There are more I'm going to unleash on you. There's an Eli Roth movie coming up that I've seen once, but the one time I saw it, I enjoyed it. And I don't know, I may watch it this next time and not. And this is it's far in the future because we've delayed it a couple of times. And now it's delayed until 2026, but we are going to watch this movie.
Okay, remember at this point.
Postal.
Postal.
Right. Yeah. I've ruined the surprise. It's Postal, but it's not coming until 2026 because we've pushed it back.
He's currently making a movie with Armie Hammer, Yui Boll, and Armie Hammer. Well, who else is going to hire him?
Tell me it's a horror movie about cannibals. Tell me it's a horror movie about cannibals.
Like, why not?
Because just lean into it.
Just lean into it.
Be like that scene in movie 43 where Richard Gere does a comedy skit about a hamster up his you-know-what.
Yeah.
Just do it. Just lean into it.
That's how you take ownership of it then, you know. Yeah. Nevertheless, it's done. Now,
it's done.
That's good. We've got the worst one out of the way, right? It's because we go into this franchise again. I go optimistic.
Yeah.
Optimistic that we've said the bad one's been made, Jason.
I cannot imagine one being worse than this one.
Cannot imagine.
And I say that with the full knowledge. I have never seen Hellboy the Crooked Man. I've never seen it. So I'm going to be deflowered on this movie. I don't even know who's playing Hellboy in this one. I don't know his name. I don't know who directed it. I know nothing about the plot because I just remember when this movie was announced, I was just kind of like, The trailer came out and I was just kind of like, And then they were like, well, it's going straight to streaming. And I thought, well, I'm not watching that then. And I never did.
Very too soon. That's what I was like. Oh, this seems a bit soon. You're doing another version of it?
I'm going to say, I think the movie, the makeup looks better than...
poster art. I would say the poster art indicates that, they've left most of his face, a bit more showy. So, look, at the end of the day, this is like the Planet of the Apes franchise. You know, they got a lot of money up front in the beginning, and bit by bit, as the movie keeps going, they get less and less money. Yeah. And by this point, I think they're at the next movie, the budget is like the last Planet of the Apes movie with,
Jack Kesey. I'm sorry, Jack. I don't know who you are. Let me see if he's been in anything else I've seen. He was in Deadpool 2.
Hey, look, I'm not against that concept of putting an absolute unknown into that role.
I think unknowns should be cast more often. I'm all for it.
Absolutely. I mean, it worked for Superman this summer. He was basically an unknown to most of it.
Yeah, I had no idea. Whenever they announced him, I was like, wait a second. David Cornsweat is playing a guy from Kansas?
Well, that's
amazing.
Name should have been Kansas, But he was in Pearl with Mia Goth. He was in Pearl, and then he was in Twisters. So he'd been around.
Yeah.
But
he was filming Twisters whenever they made the announcement that he was going to be Superman, because they like the cast of Twisters was celebrating with him, and I thought that was the coolest thing. So
So an unknown, it doesn't mean anything. It's really, if you've got an unknown there, obviously it's a lot cheaper to hire. It's all going to depend on the story with this movie. What are they going to do? Is it another reboot? Is it just an adventure? I don't know. I genuinely don't know.
I have heard positive things about it. I haven't really heard a whole lot of negative things about it, so
No.
I'm going to go in with an open mind. It could
Me
be an
too.
unexpectedly good movie.
Me too, because
So,
I have nothing to judge it on. So I don't want to be that cynical SOB and go into it going, yeah, it's going to suck. I'll go into it hoping that it's a great film. I love to be surprised.
yeah.
So,
So, Jack, we're going to go into your movie with an open mind, and maybe it'll be a good movie. I'm sure you did a great job.
I know, like I said, I was making that joke about the 70s Planet of the Apes movies, mind you, not the new one.
Mm-hmm.
About,
No. The what was it? Battle and Battle for the Planet of the Apes. I think that was the last one. That was
no money.
That was the one where they had Spencer's Halloween masks on some of the actors.
Yeah, they weren't even
you're gonna be like 5 steps behind me and slightly out of focus, dude.
Like the mouths at that point stopped moving. Just everything around the mask would move. So they were doing their line, and the rubber's moving, but the mask doesn't move.
We need to go and fight. We need to go and fight the humans.
No.
I had a stroke. Don't at me.
Yeah. Well, Roddy McDowell needed to make a living in the 70s. I think that's why those movies.
We all did things in the 70s that we regret, especially Roddy
Roddy.
McDowell. Especially Roddy
Roddy.
McDowell. Yes, rest in
mean
peace,
that.
Roddy. We miss you.
Yes, absolutely. All right, what are we doing next, Jace?
Oh my gosh, what are we?
What are we doing next?
What are we doing next? Of course, you would ask me whenever I don't have the list up. Well, of course, we are going to be we're going to be wrapping up our foray back into the Hellboy universe with Hellboy the Crooked Man. And then he said, stretching out his words, oh, yes, we're going to be wrapping up our Predator watch, because the Predator Killer of Killers came out and we haven't talked about it, and we're about to. And not only that, we're going to be talking about the version with the new ending.
That gives me a reason to rewatch it.
Yes. After that, and after Hellboy the Crooked Man, we are going to take a look at another franchise. And this is another franchise where, quite honestly, I don't have to watch a single movie because I know them by heart. We are going to be taking a look at the Back to the Future trilogy.
We're going back to that movie.
Yes. We're going to go take a look at Back to the Future 1 and go back to the year 1955. Then we're going to go to the future of 10 years ago with Back to the Future 2. And then we're going to go to the Old West with Back to the Future 3.
Really, look, honestly, we've never spoken about these films. And I'm sure there is millions of reviews about it. I don't know what we'll say that'll be any different, but we'll give our take. And I'm really looking forward to talking about that franchise, because I think for most of the audience out there, and for us, it's a seminal film of that period.
It was.
I don't need to watch those films either. We can actually maybe we don't even review it. We just do the whole film. Because I'm pretty confident in my knowledge of that dialogue, and we'll just role play the entire franchise. Instead.
You mean to tell me that you built a time machine out of a DeLorean? Well, I figured if you're gonna make a time machine, why not do it with some style?
Exactly.
Okay, and then I got a question for you. After Back to the Future, what the hell is Megaforce? Because that's yours, and I don't know what this is,
mate. Sometimes life can bring you gifts unexpectedly in ways you don't really realize. This is my gift from the universe to you, Megaforce. All right,
I'm highly suspicious.
Oh, you should be. You should be very suspicious. Starring the great Barry Bostwick, and made by the director who was he's a very famous director, but he was also known for working with Burt Reynolds on most of the films in the 1970s, like Hooper and Smokey and the Bandit and things like that. He was a well-known director, very famous director who name's kind of gone past me. So it come from good credibility, but oh boy, sometimes you can have good ingredients and the meal ends up tasting like caca.
I am looking forward to this. I'm looking forward to this.
Flying motorcycles. That's all I got to say, dude. You tell me you're not in?
Goodness. Oh, my goodness.
You're in, right? Who is it?
My nips just got erect.
Yeah.
Oh, my gosh.
It's an action version of Chitty Chitty Bang Bang on motorcycles.
Do they steal children in that movie too? Nice.
Oh, there's some dark undertones in Chitty Chitty Bang Bang.
There really are. The kid snatcher just like that ruined me for years. I couldn't go. I was like, oh, he's gonna get me. Hey there, Chitty Chitty Bang Bang.
Yeah, you imagine that he makes them sing that like non-stop for like 10 hours at a time.
Sing it now! Don't stop!
Chitty Chitty Bang Bang.
I want to go home. No, you're gonna chitty chitty bang bang, or I'm gonna beat the chitty chitty bang bang out of you.
And the weird thing is, the villain of that movie, he's still alive and cooking, which is great.
Oh wow, that's amazing.
He's more aware than I am.
Yeah, well, so is Dick Van Dyke. So may they live longer than I do.
That's, you know what? I've just got an idea, Jason, because they should make a sequel of Long Legs. And take that character from Long Legs and make him and do a sequel to Chitty Chitty Bang Bang.
Oh my gosh. Be like a surprise sequel like they did with Unbreakable.
Yes. All right, that's enough of this. We're out of here for this week.
Oh my gosh, please check out the video description below and become a Patreon for the love of all that is holy. You can support us for $5 a month or more if you want to. Or you can just go to our channel main page and become a Patreon, a YouTube channel member. Either way, you get this funness early for some reason. Why would you want this early? I don't know.
Because
again, leave a comment. Let me know.
Why
wait? Yeah, exactly. I don't know.
Well, you get a scrumptious meal. You don't want to like wrap it in
a scrumptious Chinese meal.
Yes, absolutely. All right, let's get out of here. Bye for now.
Look at the blip. She's got a blip. Oh my god. She's